so today we are going to be making sweet potatoes. You'll need about 2 potatoes, about these size, maybe a tiny bit bigger. If this one's smaller or this one's smaller, maybe grab a 3rd potato. This is for me, my mom, and my dad. Today is just going to be me and my dad making these, not just me, really. And you're going to need your potatoes, a cutting board, a knife. You're going to need some coconut oil to coat the cut potatoes, some water to wash the potatoes, a baking tray with some parchment paper, and an oven, and probably some parental supervision or parental help with cutting the potatoes and putting them in the oven. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to wash the potatoes. So I'm going to do this very thoroughly. So I'm going to turn on the water, and I'm just going to get all the dirt off the potatoes, and you want to wash your hands before you do any of this. So I'm just going to use my hand to get any dirt off the potato. And you want to look for any dirt in any holes too, because there's a chance that there is some hidden holes, or hidden dirt in the holes if your potato has any holes. So I'm just gonna rub my fingers, and that should be about that. And you want to shake them out and let them dry. Don't put them on your cutting board immediately, because you want to let them just dry out. And then we're going to do, this one has a little bit more holes. We're going to do the same thing with this potato. Sometimes you may come across these veins, which I think is kind of cool and fun. You'll see the veins right there. And getting all the dirt out of the holes. I just love seeing the vein. It's so cool to see that the animal, or not the animal, this isn't an animal, that the plant is alive with that vein. So this is kind of done. And then finishing up washing this, and shake it out, let it dry. Doesn't take too long. You may find a little bit of pink water, and I'm just gonna let them dry on the counter. You can use a napkin to dry it if you like to. But I'm going to just go ahead and dry these, and then I'll get my dad, because he's a sweet potato expert, to help me cut these sweet potatoes. And if I did not make it clear in the beginning, I know that I did say just sweet potatoes, and there are various forms that you can make in sweet potatoes. You can make sauteed sweet potato like cubes, but we are making sweet potato fries, baked, not fried. But if you have an air fryer, you could also put the fries in an air fryer, not before you bake them, of course. Not after you bake them, of course, but before you bake them. And that way, then you can use an air fryer. I personally like them better in the oven. They come out better. And I'm just cleaning up the little water that was left behind. You can see. So when you're cutting your potatoes, the first thing you want to do, you're going to want to cut off your ends, because you're not going to end up eating those. So we're just going to cut those off and cut the other end off, and very carefully. And same with the other potato. And then you start cutting them into long shapes. So we have, here we go. So we have our ends off, and we're gonna start cutting them into long fry shapes, like almost like wedges. And we'll do that. So we've preheated the oven to 350 degrees as it's warming up. And we're cutting the potatoes. 450 degrees? Okay. So for this, you're actually going to need... 400. Oh. So you're going to need to preheat it to 400 degrees. And we'll just start preheating that. And Mom's cut the sweet potatoes, well, one of them, and we'll just
Just do it flat. Why are you doing it like that?
So we're just gonna pour in our coconut oil that we've melted. It's still warm from the oven. We just put it in the oven while it's preheating so that the coconut oil can melt. And we'll pour it on, we'll shake it, and we'll put it on the lined parchment paper in the oven, and then we'll have it with some Eli food cheese sauce, which is vegan and very good. I'll put the link to it in the description below. And let's get our sweet potato fries going. Just put them in the oven and let them bake for how many minutes?
Probably like 25 minutes, and then we'll turn on the roast. We'll turn on the broiler.